What do I do as an artist in residence? Well, I decorate the walls. No, but Kim usually comes up with an idea of what she'd like for the backdrop here, and it's just been fun. The painting behind is about the water, and I think it's gone real well with this sermon series with the 23rd Psalm, and it's just like a waterfall. Hi, I'm Julie, and I'm an original Bunkie. I'm Julie McCollum, and I've been a member here since the very beginning. We started, I guess, around 2004, and we had a meeting. We all got together at Carol Bryant's house, and Mal Hilholzer and Jim Roberts were there. Pastors from the other church. Mal was retired, but he was going to come out of retirement and help start this one. And I think he was probably the most just astounded person there, because he thought maybe 20 would show up. And I think we had like 60. And it was a potluck, and we had barbecue, and everybody was interested, and he was like floored, and got our names. And anyway, they found the bunkhouse on 306, and we all got together at the bunkhouse. Marty kind of got a little choir going, a little music there, and it was really fun, because everybody wanted to be there so bad, and Mal still could not get over it, that we were all wanting to do this. And I wanted to be a greeter. I thought that should be my job, but Mal told us what we were going to do, and Fred and I were ushers every single Sunday. And so I remember, I can't think of who they were now, Butch and Patty were the greeters, and they did really well. But it's just everybody had their own little jobs, and Fred, my husband, and a couple others took turns driving. The stuff was all stored in a van on the side over there, and they'd have to pull it up in their truck, and we would unload it, get the hymnals, everything. So it was just a different time. It was really amazing that we could all get together and do this, and that we grew from there. You know, we had enough people coming, so. Probably everybody's caring so much for each other and the friendships that you made. And we would have, I remember we had a garage sale to earn money, and we had more fun than anybody there, because we had it at the bunkhouse, and we had stuff out everywhere. We all bought so much of each other's junk, and I think Joy was there, and she was in the kitchen, and she made, I think she did breakfast tacos and sold those. But it was just, the camaraderie was wonderful. We all just had a good time together. And we used to go out and eat after Sundays, after the services. We'd all go to the same restaurant and get a big long table and eat. But you just became friends with people. You were actually so glad to meet so many people on this side of the lake that, you know, had the same feelings that you did. So it was wonderful. So they started looking around, and that's, I think maybe 2 years later, maybe around 2006, I think we ended up at Rebecca Creek in the cafeteria. And same thing though, we still had to pull the trailer up and unload the hymnals and everything, but we all sat on the little, the benches in the cafeteria over there. And they started a little Sunday school class. I remember the Listurgians were those girls were little, and they were so precious, and seeing them, and I think there were some fun kids, but not a whole lot of kids yet. So we had a great time. This was at the very first directory. It's a little worn. Of course, I cut a few things out. And we had this wonderful Jim and Martha Cook, and he sat in the same chair in the bunkhouse every single Sunday with his oxygen. And when he passed away, he was our first memorial service there. They've made the book in memory of him. And you look at some of them, and so many of them have passed on now. And here's Maggie. Cute kids. We had acolytes. I don't know. I think my old church in Universal City gave us robes, and there were some acolyte robes in there, and there were twins. And of course they had sword fights with the candlesticks. And they were a riot, and they hated wearing those robes. And then you look down, you see these tennis shoes with lights in them or something like that. But we were just real proud. But there's some of our members. And I can remember when Joyce Allen first came, and the very first Sunday in the bunkhouse, that she was there. She signed on the sign-in thing, and it said, "Would you like a visit from the minister?" And she checked it, and she put, "Please!" exclamation mark. So Jane and I were looking at the back of the church, so she made sure Mal saw that afterwards. Her husband had just passed away. So Mal went right over there, and then from there on, she was there every Sunday. And there's just so many of these people you still see now, and some have passed on. A few have moved. It's wonderful to see when I think back on the bunkhouse, even the cafeteria over there at Rebecca Creek, you look at these buildings and you go, wow, this is amazing. I mean, just to think, and I can still remember then when we got the land for this building, coming over here and clearing it, and everybody working. I mean, and we'd sit out there and we'd have a bonfire of some of the wood we had cut down and sing songs and, just get together, So it's fun to look through the old directory and see some of the people here that, were in the bunkhouse to begin with, and at Rebecca Creek. The very first Sunday here, I can't remember the date for sure, but by this time, Sharon Frito had come to help and be his assistant. And we were unpacking chairs and trying to get everything ready, and we were just so excited. I mean, we just beside ourselves to actually do this, and working out the kinks and everything. But building this building was amazing. I mean, it was just whatever we all went through. And I mean, there's so many things wrong, but it's hard to foresee what's really to come. Like Mal said, "Oh no, only order 100 chairs. That's all you need." And we know, we've got to order more. So we did 300, and they've gone crazy. But look, I mean, that all gets used. So there's just so many things we could have done differently, but we were just getting in by the skin of our teeth just to be in a building and to have room just to move around and have our own space. And I know that, we wish if we'd had a lot of money, we would have done things differently, but we were very, very lucky to do what we did. I hope that we can build a new sanctuary and keep growing. I think that's what everybody was really hoping for. We just couldn't quite swing it, but hopefully it'll come soon. There's so many words. It means love. It's love, caring, understanding, friendship. Everybody I had friends here that I've grown up with that we get together. There's 6 of us that get together every other year, and they've been here a couple times, and they're just blown away by this church. I mean, I even had one of them up here serving communion one Sunday when we were running low on people, and she goes, "That was the best experience I've never had anything like that." She said, "People come up and they look you in the eye," and but I mean, they cannot get over it, and you think, yeah, we are so lucky. People just don't realize. So I just feel so lucky now that we have this, and it's growing, and it's vibrant, and it's alive. And there's so many outreach programs for everything. Come on, we're pretty friendly, and we're a lot of fun, and we'd love to see you on Sunday. And there's places for the children, and we'd love to see you there. Just try us out, you'll like us. The music's great. Love that.